Ask not what your country can do for you, ask what you can do for your country. The time to repair the roof is when the sun is shining. Change is the law of life, and those who look only to the past or present are certain to miss the future. Efforts and courage are not enough without purpose and direction. Conformity is the jailer of freedom and the enemy of growth. Those who dare to fail miserably can achieve greatly. Let us never negotiate out of fear, but let us never fear to negotiate. The ignorance of one voter in a democracy impairs the security of all. Leadership and learning are indispensable to each other. A man may die, nations may rise and fall, but an idea lives on. The greater our knowledge increases, the greater our ignorance unfolds. If not us, who? If not now, when? Change is the law of life, and those who look only to the past or present are certain to miss the future. We must find time to stop and thank the people who make a difference in our lives. Tolerance implies no lack of commitment to one's own beliefs. Rather, it condemns the oppression or persecution of others. Mankind must put an end to war before war puts an end to mankind. A child miseducated is a child lost. Our problems are man-made, therefore they may be solved by man. No problem of human destiny is beyond human beings. Let us not seek the Republican answer or the Democratic answer, but the right answer. Let us not seek to fix the blame for the past. Let us accept our own responsibility for the future. Change is the law of life, and those who look only to the past or present are certain to miss the future. The goal of education is the advancement of knowledge and the dissemination of truth. The problems of the world cannot possibly be solved by skeptics or cynics whose horizons are limited by the obvious realities. We need men who can dream of things that never were. The human mind is our fundamental resource. Let every nation know, whether it wishes us well or ill, that we shall pay any price, bear any burden, meet any hardship, support any friend, oppose any foe to assure the survival and the success of liberty. Forgive your enemies, but never forget their names. A nation that is afraid to let its people judge the truth and falsehood in an open market is a nation that is afraid of its people. The time to repair the roof is when the sun is shining. The cost of freedom is always high, But Americans have always paid it, and one path we shall never choose, and that is the path of surrender or submission. Let us never negotiate out of fear, but let us never fear to negotiate. When written in Chinese, the word crisis is composed of two characters. One represents danger, and the other represents opportunity. If a free society cannot help the many who are poor, it cannot save the few who are rich. The rights of every man are diminished when the rights of one man are threatened. The human mind is our fundamental resource. For time and the world do not stand still. Change is the law of life, and those who look only to the past or the present are certain to miss the future. Our progress as a nation can be no swifter than our progress in education. Let us never negotiate out of fear, but let us never fear to negotiate. I am an idealist without illusions. If we cannot now end our differences, at least we can help make the world safe for diversity. The greater our knowledge increases, the greater our ignorance unfolds. The rights of man come, not from the generosity of the state, but from the hand of God.